Welcome to another episode of Respect the Game. So, all right, yesterday they released the episode $1 million worth of games. They released the episode with Cam Newton, and on there he said some choice things.
Choice.
Yeah. So today's topic is antiquated views. So for people who don't know what antiquated views are, they're old-fashioned views. All right. So Cam went on $1 million worth of game, like I said, and he talked about chicks talking about bad bitch here, bad bitch there, whatever. And he says, but you're not really, I don't want a bad bitch. I want a boss chick. I'm saying, but because a bad bitch, he's like, you don't know how to cook. You don't know how to let a man lead. You don't know when to be quiet. So
Yo, then I send you a link.
it was just surprise to me.
Yeah, I did. Check your messenger.
Good thing I get to edit this out.
That's it. Just check the link, man. We'll see you in the studio. No, wait a minute. I told you it's on and popping when we recording. We recording now, so when you jump in, we already have the topic started. It's about and for a heads up, it's Cameron saying that bad
Not Cameron, Cam Newton.
Cam Newton. Something about women and how they should shut up and stuff like that. Very interested. I knew you would want to talk about it, so don't rush. But we here.
But Rush.
All right, we'll talk about we'll do a special episode about that one. No, we're gonna do a special episode about that. We ain't gonna do that one too right now. All right, just get it. All right, I talk to you. I talk to you. Oh man, there's so many ideas and thoughts coming about when people.
So I will be editing this part out. All right, so where was I?
Oh,
All right,
the
so he was discussing bad bitches, and like I said, he said what he said. I don't listen. I don't. It's his views. Are his views. I don't say he's right or wrong. That's his opinion. That's his views.
there is no wrong
No, don't. There isn't.
because of
He
the
comes
way.
from. He comes like he said. He comes from a home where he had three parents. He had his father, his mother, and his grandmother. And his mom and grandmother. And he's from the South. He's from Atlanta. His mom and his grandmother maintained the household. The father worked. So I understand why he has the views he has. That's his upbringing. But
Yeah.
I pointed out on the show I did earlier today on the radio station on the Snowman in the Morning because we discussed it. I am married to a boss chick. And no, she doesn't like to cook. She knows how to cook. She cooks very well. But I enjoy cooking a little bit more than she does. Plus, I get out of work earlier than she does. So I cook. I don't have a problem with that. But he's talking about you a bad bitch, but you don't know how to cook. He says, I want a boss chick that cooks, caters to her man, and knows when to shut up.
That's just the point. Every time I hear that, that just makes me laugh. Yo, listen. It goes to what do you want? Like this is what I'm saying. There's people might get all out bent out of shape by what he said, context, and the whole shit. But there's everybody's not meant to play the same game. So there's women that don't want to cook. There's women that don't want to work. We can't just assume that everybody's in this independent woman shit. Like just because it's popping and because there's so many popping up now, and they moved up in the ladder of making money, earning money, and all those things. There's still old fashioned women, and you can't look at them wrong. You can't be a boss chick now and then turn around and discredit the way of the old, because the way of the old is what made you be able to do what you're doing today. Yeah, shit is gonna change. So yeah, it's not mandated that a woman got to stay home, cook, clean, and none of that. But like you said, if I got a boss bitch and she's a boss bitch because of all the financial and other areas of this relationship, then as a dude, I gotta help out, which means I'll do the cooking and cleaning. I'll make my bread however I'm making my bread, but whoever has the opportunity to take care of the house, take care of the house. You wouldn't look at it no other way. So from what Cam is saying, he's old fashioned. He wants a wife that just takes care of the crib. Is it wrong? No. But is it right to say it like shut up and shit like that? Like that's not right. Like to say shut up. We understand we understand the situation when it comes to a boss chick and the role that men think they have to play. But if you're in a partnership and your partner is putting in 40 hours a week and you ain't putting in the same amount of time, then that time you're not putting in towards bettering y'all situation, you're supposed to handle the house. And it shouldn't be like a house nigga or any of that. I joke around and say the women are handling dudes. But dudes is wanting to be handled, just like women want to be handled. There's some women that don't care for none of that shit. They want straight grandma ways. They just want you to take care of them. They want you to, if you're gonna cheat, keep that shit out the news, off the blocks, off the street. It's the same thing. It's not wrong with what he says. It's just crazy. He adds "shut the fuck up" to the end of it, like because that came from the heart. Like that came from the heart. Like that's an experience that he get somebody to shut the fuck up. Like that is the part that makes it funny. But he ain't wrong for saying that I mean, there's different levels. Like there's women that don't want to be like my homegirls and people I know that want the Jada Pickett role, where they think that one person ain't enough. Like, yeah, I love you and I want to be with you, but when it comes to jumping my bones like a nigga from the street, I need a little side piece. And now people be like, "Oh, that's not right. You can't love somebody and want a side piece," and they're wrong. You can love somebody.
Oh man, why you go there? Why you go there?
Listen.
What you mean? What you mean?
They're not wrong. Dude, this is what I'm saying, man. You can't change the rules and this is the problem with America. You can't change the rules just for a certain group. The rules, once the rules change, they change. Period. We ain't gonna, this rule applies to monogamy.
A, B, and C.
Yeah, like this rule don't, once the game change, you can't tell somebody what is like love to everybody. Love is me and G was talking about it. Love to me is putting somebody before yourself. That is what love is. Now, all the extra nuances and criteria, that's on what kind of love relationship you want. Like at the end of the day, love is just putting somebody before yourself. You put your family before yourself, you love your family. If you don't love your family, you're not putting them before you. I don't give a fuck how many times you say out loud you love your family. So it's the same thing with a relationship. You could love somebody, put them before you, but you still can't just like close your eyes and act like and not wonder if they are starting to like take. You got to pay attention to your relationships. You got to reevaluate. might be taking my kindness for weakness. You might take. Some people will take advantage of somebody putting somebody first.
All right, so but we here to okay, all right. We here to discuss antiquated views, man. So you're going on now. So I'm saying, so Lady G, what's going on? What's up?
Hi, how you doing? What's good?
Good,
What's
good.
good?
D
I'm at
first,
work, so
thank you for
I
joining
can't
us.
really
What
say
are we
listen,
discussing? Because I just kind of got
listen.
thrown in
First of
here.
all, I want to say what's up. I'm at work, so I can't really speak that much.
So I'm gonna mute your ass, so don't worry
Shut up
about
and
it.
listen.
Yeah.
All right. So Lady G, Cam Newton, former quarterback of the Carolina Panthers, whatever, went on $1 million worth of game, and spoke on bad bitches and boss chicks. And he says, you got all these women out here talking about they a bad bitch, but they don't know how to cook. They don't know how to cater to their man. They don't know how to shut up.
I love that part.
So he comes from a home where his father and mother he had both parents, and he had his grandmother help raise him. And it was the women. He's from the South, Atlanta, and I'm sure during the time he was growing up, it was his mom probably was a stay at home. I don't know the whole situation, but she was probably stay at home mom, and dad went to work, whatever it was. And I don't agree with his views, but I don't see anything wrong with what he said either.
I don't see anything wrong with what he said. I don't necessarily agree. I mean, most of these people can't cook, so I don't know how anybody can be mad at that. At the end of the day, the shut up part, I mean, that goes both ways. Like, you know, you want somebody to lead, right? You want somebody that's going to follow you, but you ain't even the leader. And I think that goes to speak on anything that came out of his mouth as far as that goes. You know, a man wants to be the alpha male and they want to lead men. They want the woman to follow behind them, but they don't know how to be a leader. That's the problem.
That's a good one.
I don't think there's anybody that I can put all of my trust into to take any of that over. Not saying that I would even be against it, but I'm saying that there's not a nigga out here that I could fight like that.
And I feel that way about the women. I mean, you want to be a boss chick, then you got. I mean, boss chick. You want me to shut up and dribble? You gotta come hard. You gotta you gotta come hard if you try to just boss
Okay,
them. Like,
so in a situation like mine, I have a boss chick. I'm saying I don't have. She's not a bad bitch. She's a boss chick. She's a boss lady. Cause wifey does cook.
There's a difference.
Does she like to cook? No. Who cooks more in the house? Me. But I enjoy cooking.
I don't think nobody cook better than me. So it ain't the old folks. I prefer cooking anyway. I'm just saying.
I'm saying I learned from my mama, and my mama's one of the best cooks I know.
Listen, man, I learned from a lot of women, so I don't need nobody to cook for me.
So
skip that shit.
So for me, I don't have a problem. And plus, I work 12 to 4. I work 4 a.m. to 12 p.m. So I'm home before her. She doesn't get home till like 5, 6 o'clock. Then I should be the one that has dinner on the table ready for her to come home. Because it's a
All right,
routine.
hold on a minute. Hold on. I heard what you said. You should have the dinner on the table when she come home. You know what I'm saying? Instead, see, a lot of dudes don't do that. I know I hate brothers that have women that they get up and they work, and brothers sit home and sit there like this with their friends and like this. That shit irks me. And the kids running around looking all shitty. Your girl come home, she tired. Motherfucker still trying to make her do some work. No, nigga, you been home all day. Why is there dish in the sink, motherfucker? You been home all day. Why the garbage ain't taken out? Why you couldn't mop the fucking floor, nigga? You know what I'm saying? But they still want that chick to suck their dick when they in the bed. That bitch is stupid if she stay with a nigga like that.
That was the rawest take of all of us. Everybody agrees with him. Everybody agrees with him. We just come out so hard.
And what she was saying,
I think we're getting off topic though. That's not the topic.
Yo, listen.
Yes, it's antiquated. It's antiquated.
I think everybody got the word boss messed up. See, everybody's quick.
I like a boss chick. Shit, that means
right.
God damn it.
But boss, wait a minute, wait.
Calm down, people.
We got two different words here, though. You're saying bad bitch and boss bitch, and bad and boss bitch are not the same.
No, they're not.
No,
they're definitely not. Cause bad bitches, nah. I'd rather have a boss chick. I want a boss chick. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a time for a man to lead, and there's a time for a woman to lead. Both gotta know when to let them lead. Because a man can't lead all the time. And so women definitely cannot lead all the time. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga make all the decisions,
why gotta be definitely, man?
If a one motherfucker make all the decisions all the time, that shit gonna rig your brain up.
Because we talking about, that's what we talking about, views like that where they say a woman can't definitely lead all the time. It's those type of views that we're here to discuss.
Right, but I'm saying, listen, there's a balance. There's a time for a woman to lead, and there's a time for the man to lead.
That's correctly, yes. That's
correct. Right. If y'all together and y'all both on the same plane and y'all both connecting up here and not just down there, son, that's a beautiful thing. And both y'all can guide each other without no arguments, y'all understanding, you know what I'm saying? But some people, they mix, man, they unbalanced. Like you don't want no chick female with you up here and she's down here. Or he's up here and she's down here. Y'all got to be right here together. See, I don't want to be taking care of. I don't have no problem helping a female or taking care of a woman because inherently we're men and that's our job to take care of women. But it's the right kind of woman that we need to take care of. And it took me all this time, trial and error, many children to learn this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Children.
Many children.
Many children.
But it's true.
All right, listen. Question. Not even a question. Yo, listen. First of all, let's get some clarity on the bad bitch, and let's get some clarity on the boss bitch. Because just because you making a couple of dollars, don't make you a boss bitch.
Exactly.
That's right. That's making money, but
that's right.
Part is what everybody's getting misconstrued because everybody just assume they got a couple of dollars, they're a boss. They make some money, they're a boss. And boss,
man, I don't make you a boss, bro.
And a bad bitch, I mean, shit. What's bad? Like, what's bad? If everybody is so with the way the landscape of courting and relationships, what is bad? Because my preference might be big girls. My preference might be girls with short hair.
Right.
Like, what is bad? So it's just, those two words make the statements kind of fucked up because, like, you grouping a lot of people. And that's the problem now. Everybody think they bad, and everybody think they bosses, and everybody think they hitters, and everybody think so. I don't care. I mean, I cook better than most women. I haven't really ran into. I really haven't ran into a woman that just fucking cook like how my grandmother and them used to cook, like breakfast, lunch, dinner, like cook. Because if you talk about they don't cook, now we talking about cooking like back in the days, cooking with 3 meals a day, or you just talking about cook one meal at least a day, like the cooking.
At least like one meal a day, one meal at least dinner.
Fuck out of here.
You said 1 meal a day.
You might as well take the week off. 1 meal a day. I might as well keep cooking. Like that's it. Like the only reason why I cook because I cook everything. So if you don't eat lamb, you might have lamb chops on the plate. You want to eat something else? There's oatmeal, cereal. What I cook is what I cook.
Yeah, you're funny, dude.
You got some breakfast for dinner if you don't like what I cook. But I mean, I don't know why anybody get up in arms, but then again, I know why everybody will get up in arms because there's mad different groups, and everybody got to fight for their rights. And
That's right. Everybody, that's what it's about.
what's a bad nigga? What's a boss nigga? Like if Cam could barely control his own fucking career, so you know he need help from a woman.
Right.
So I don't know why he's saying shut up. Because he couldn't do an interview the whole entire time. If he had a woman.
And this isn't the second time. This isn't the second time he has made reference to women. Because in Carolina, he had a female reporter ask him about route running, and he laughed at her
like she didn't know nothing about it.
Like it surprised him that a woman would ask him this question.
I remember that one.
I'm saying, so when do we as men start changing and helping to correct this narrative?
Dude, it's not meant to be corrected. The old people that run, the old billionaire niggas don't want women to shut up.
The only way you correct it is
wait. Listen to what I'm about to say. All the billionaires, the men billionaires that sit here and do all the catering to all these groups want every last one to shut the fuck up. They don't believe that anybody that's not in that 1% when it comes to finance should be, y'all not even qualified to think outside of the box. That's just the way the world is. As us as men, we just got to do, like, it's just upon each man to just step up. There's no way you unifying this. Because there's more men that think women is better off quiet than they do thinking that they got a voice. At the end of the day, let's not lie like the world is changing that much. Women are still this is why I hate all these groups. Because they still going through the same struggle that black people go through. They just got an easier path because they're not black. Or they have a gender. Like black women have an easier chance than black men because black men are just black men. But they don't want women talking and in politics. You see how the world is when anytime there's a woman that be close to being in power of anything. The judge woman, the Hillary Clinton, Sarah Palin. Soon as you mention a woman, the jokes and the sex things and all that shit come out so that they don't, it's bigger than just, Cam Newton is a product of old men. That's it. You look up to old men. That's how old men think. Man, I tell you, man, old people should retire at 65 from all political positions. They shouldn't be a lifetime anything. You nigga after 65 do not know how to change. So you shouldn't be dictating shit. You shouldn't even have to say so. That's how I feel about the old people. This is all problems of the old people. We still fixing problems of the old racist people. Black races, foreign racism.
Just these old
just old people.
Just these old views, man. These old beliefs, these old systems.
And that's why we got to start attacking relationships. Like, what is a relationship, man? What is a before it was just man, woman. This is how we grew up.
Well, yes, that's the traditional. That is the traditional relationship.
So now that we added all these extras, then you can't keep going from back in the days. Like the relationship thing has changed. All the things have changed. You can't like your father took care of your mother, but now you want to talk and tell.
So now, okay, so now I'm now by us having this conversation, I'm looking at the hypocritical things that I say. Like I complain a lot lately about commercials, about what they show in commercials, right?
Yeah.
About them showing same-sex couples and whatever it is, and just force feeding it to us, or whatever it is. And I make my comments about it. It's like, okay, I understand. I believe what they believe in, but do I have to see it all the time?
No, we shouldn't have to see it all the time.
But that's just my opinion. That's my and
no, I get you on that. You know why? And I believe that what you're saying, I'm with you on that. No, we shouldn't.
I know. But what I'm trying to prove is I'm still a hypocrite for me saying it in a way.
Man,
it's old, but it's an old view, like you said, man and women tradition. Now we're evolving, so now I guess I'm gonna have to see shit like that.
Yeah, because you figure It's not. Look, the commercials are gonna always baffle me. When I seen the one about trans children, and then I seen the one with the transgender one, baffles me because this is not the norm from what I was used to. But throughout time, sex use, usually you couldn't say sex. You couldn't exploit sex on TV. You couldn't say certain curse words on TV. Now everything is okay. And then they pick what you can't say. It's the same thing as like relationship. Like the old way was cool for the old days. And then if people really want to think about it, families was more unified back then with all the pressure of slavery and everything than they are now that they free. Or with a little bit more freedom.
It is.
So,
right.
So if you're gonna sit there and you are gonna fucking go through your generations of relationships, back in the days, families was families. Dad was home, mom was home, everybody was home. So nothing about relationship to me is the norm anymore. So once they implement it and once they start promoting monogamy and polygamy and gay and all these other different relationships that everybody's gonna pick what part of the old tradition.
Wait a minute, polygamy's been around since the beginning of time.
Listen, I'm just saying, I'm not saying it like that. I don't care about the date. I'm talking about it's still made back then. You didn't.
I'm just saying, like all this other shit hasn't been around like that. Transgender, gay, like gay maybe, but all the other stuff, like
gay's
nah.
been around.
Man, guys been dressing like girls forever too. Listen,
right? Gay's been around for a while, but since beginning of time too. But transgender, like I don't. Yeah, but to me, that's just really controversial.
Listen, I'm saying like this.
It's a whole different ball.
The way I view a relationship for me might be different now. I might think that I might want two women. I might want two options. There's women that might want two options. There's men that might want one relationship, want to go with the monogamy shit. Like there's people that want to go with different things, and it's nobody to tell nobody them they wrong or it's less love. It's still like you gotta love somebody to put two people in front of you. That relationship
should be expressed like that. It should be explained to whoever you're in those relationships with. This is what you want, and then that's it. Like,
yeah, but they put mics in front of people like Antonio Brown and Cam Newton, knowing that they're gonna say something crazy. They do it on purpose. Man.
But what he said wasn't crazy. That's the funny shit. The shit he said wasn't crazy.
I mean, it's crazy when it comes out like shut the fuck up. Like it's like shut up and
that part.
It makes everything else crazy.
I can't agree with.
Yeah, it makes everything else crazy as soon as you add the shut the fuck up. Like women should shut the fuck up. Like that makes it crazy. You can't agree to the whole. I agree with everything. I just think he should have just reworded shut the fuck up. That is it, because that's all the part that everybody's gonna stick to. Is that
so now you're just as bad as everybody else, saying that everybody's got to walk on eggshells, and he can't say it how he intends to say it, or whatever. Like falling into that rabbit hole.
I'm not mad at him. I tell women to shut the fuck up all the time. I'm just saying, I'm not Cam Newton, and I'm not saying like out there. Like by the time I get out there, if I was to get out there like Cam Newton, you already know I'm telling you to shut the fuck up. But he's not that. He was a quarterback. Right. When you hear it from people like that, it do come around crazy because now they put it towards your career and the way your views. And then they look about your career and then they're like, oh, he ain't the smartest nigga anyway. He didn't know how to slide. He didn't know how to do this. Like there's things that go with him opening that door. You're gonna get mad scrutiny behind that. That's why you ain't on a team right now. Like you should have let a woman chose your path. Like I would come at him like that. Like, yeah, oh man, you had a woman.
Maybe comedians come after him after
like some female comedians. You still be working. Like those would be the jokes I would have for Cam Newton. Just because he's void, he's totally disregarding women's creativity, ideas. If you're telling them to shut the fuck up, that's the thing. I'm not going to tell every woman to shut the fuck up. I don't have a problem telling women to shut the fuck up. I don't want the woman.
It's just that you can't have that same attitude with everyone.
My house with to shut the fuck up. I don't want her to shut the fuck up. If anybody, you the only one allowed to talk shit to me. you better get it off. You better let me know when I'm wrong. You better let me know when you think I'm right. You better let me know. Like, that's what you want. You want somebody to co-sign you both ways. Women are always happy, and this is what I mean about the bad bitches. As long as shit is good, they not gonna open their mouth. They ain't gonna open their mouth. Whether you making a bad business decision, a bad life choice, as long as you are doing what the baddies need, which is funding their agenda, then they're not gonna comment on you. And if the bag get messed up, they ain't gonna say, "Oh, I should have helped you." They're gonna be like, "All right, I'm going for the next bag." That's just the baddies. If we talking about baddies. Now, if you got a boss chick ain't gonna let you fuck that money up. That's what I said. People could say they bosses, but are you saving the people around you from fucking money? Do you comment? Do you do what boss is supposed to do? Intervene? Do you bring up suggestions, new blueprints? Or if you ain't doing that, then you ain't a boss bitch, period. And you just lying to yourself, and you just a dumb bitch. That's it. If you lying to yourself, then that's all I can call you is dumb, because only you believe it. You and the followers, like everybody got their followers, and they ain't no better than having a chick like the followers. That they there for the good times, and then they'll smash you on the bad time, call you dumb, forget that they was riding the riding the wave with you. And that's that boss bitch. Everybody should shut the fuck up. Cam should shut the fuck up. Everybody should shut the fuck up. They just gonna say dumb shit and not really look at how everything is changing. Like, I don't agree with mad shit, but I understand it. So you still gotta be in tune enough to prepare your children and everybody for this new world that they walking in that wasn't there when you was young. Everything that's going on TV and in the world, it wasn't as easy or as open as it was when we was young. So now you got to figure out how to raise your kid in this new world. So you can't be closed-minded, and you can't be trying to carry on traditions with these whack ass rules of what is a relationship. Like, who cares? You find
I'm
love.
so glad I don't have children. That's all I can say.
I mean, if you find love, you find love. I know people that got 2 girls. I know a girl that got shorties. I mean, whatever make you happy. That's it. I'm tired of people telling you what the rules is of anything, and they can't even abide by rules. But it was funny to hear Cam say that shit. It's just funny when you hear certain people just say it out loud, because it needs to be talked about anyway. Like, there's mad things that's what I was telling you. Like, men feel like they're at the bottom of the totem pole. They say anything to try to get from that bottom level. So putting a woman under them makes sense, so that they ain't at the bottom of this totem pole. It's not the reality overall, but the old school dudes, they don't want to be at the bottom of the totem pole, man. It's mad people that don't want women to run the world. They don't want women to be the voice of a city. Like, they don't really want women or men, black men, or the transgenders and the gays probably get in office faster than any other race. Like, I mean, just from how they present everything, it looks like they anti everybody. The government is anti everybody. They want to question everything. They want to dictate everything. This shit is slowly turning into a dictatorship.
Yeah.
Very true.
So
until then, I'm trying to have me 1,000 wives. Let's skip
so
the
you
whole
want to have a
category.
harem. So you want to have a harem.
Listen,
You accuse G all the time of wanting a harem. But that's what you really want.
No, I do want to be like. I want to be like.
You always
He's
accuse
right.
G. You always
I do want a harem.
Listen, the harem is that.
I'm about it.
Listen, as long as we're treating everybody equally.
That's right.
I mean, does harem have to be the title of it? It's just
Fuck
love.
that. There's man for
It's just
purpose.
love.
They ain't gotta all be equal. They ain't gotta all be equal. They just gotta be loved. They'll be right.
That's right. See, I like her. See, I like that.
Now you gotta go with all the extra.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's
Just
right.
love. I got
That's
love
right.
for a lot of people. That's it. I love men. At least you can't call me selfish.
Yeah.
Can't call me selfish if I'm willing to love. If I'm willing to love men, you can't say I'm selfish. Like, yeah, you gotta love people. I mean, some people might listen. I do believe that relationships is to these days is more like a jigsaw puzzle. So everybody has their qualities, and so if you want good quality in different areas, you're not gonna get that in one package. You ain't gonna get the great head from the great cook. Like it's very, it's like not the odds is like playing lotto to get the
I'm gonna
great head.
test that theory.
Look, to get the great head, great cook, great sex, great conversation, you're not getting that. You know how hard that is? Just that form. Understand, not even let's take away the sex or anything. Great understanding, great communication, great laughs. Like that's hard to get out of one person, man. There's so many pieces that of you that it depends on who you are. If you're an uppity person, joke, work hard, but live life and want to have fun, don't always look at shit negative. And then your girl is somebody that always gets stressed the fuck out because something trivial happened and oh my God. Nobody wants to hear that shit all the time. She could be bad. She could get great head. But that, oh my God. That'd be one of them things I wish I had somebody else that just understood like that. Oh my God. Like there's different groups, different times. You might be on a down moment. The person you know don't know how to really comfort you down. So you need a comforter. You need a therapist. You need your masseuse. You need, because I mean, how many niggas actually get a massage from their wife, like regularly? Like that you don't get the things that there's somebody out there that likes doing that. Like, why are we depriving that person of work? Like, there's somebody that likes to rub down.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, you're depriving people of opportunities, man. You can't. You just so fucking. This world deprives people of opportunities. There's somebody that just wants to just suck shit and fuck shit and don't want no responsibility, don't want nothing. And we deprive them because we look at it as, oh, you ain't grown yet. You ain't mature yet. No, she's mature. And she knows what she wants. She probably knows what she wants more than the person that's telling her that dumb shit. There's mad people that's just jealous of different people that how they move and on a low. And everybody should be free to just say that shit.
All right, so I think I got enough because now y'all going all over the place.
Think about to go somewhere. She wants to. You should wait after you end this. Let her tell you the topic.
Wait a minute. Wait. Stop saying she and stop throwing me in because I didn't bring up this topic.
All right, but you the one.
All right, man. That's for the next show. We're gonna save that for the next show, right? This one is over. So thanks to Lady G for stopping by on this episode. D Fresh, wherever you at, thanks for stopping by.
He's in the dungeon.
And peace out.
Peace out, y'all. Don't take nothing I said not too hard. You better take it hard.